All right, what the hell is this? The following podcast may contain explicit language and offensive material. P.S. Don't sound like you're reading. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Welcome to the Pièce de Resistance bonus episode number 33 with Lyssa Graham and Dale Leopold. We'll also be featuring outtakes from our Season 3 opening episode, The Putz Against America. And believe me, folks, these outtakes are truly epic. We now join this episode already in progress. Well, hello there.
Hello there. How's the A-pop-a-lypse treating you this week?
A-pop-a-lypse, as the Purple Avenger would put it, yes.
A-lypse.
Pop-a-lypse, yes, it needs some moisturizer here. Yes, doing okay. I was just out in the sunshine. It was a gorgeous day here in Virginia. Not so much.
Lucky you.
Yeah, in our state capital, we've got the
Clandemic.
Clandemic, yes, indeed. Out in force. I don't know how big a force, but they'll make it look bigger on Fox News, whatever it is. It's probably like 12 people, the same 12 people, bust around from state capital to state capital. Such a joke.
With similar signage. Mm-hmm. Like, very similar. Like, copies.
Yeah. That's
for
right.
that organic protest.
And I don't know if we're going to have any health professionals standing there in masks, standing their ground and getting verbal abuse, as in the other places, which is really amazingly disgusting.
There are times when the world just needs a good Darwin type cleanse.
That's right.
Natural. And there will be studies. I'll be interested to see how many people come out of these rallies with positive COVID tests.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
They have 7 cases, though, so far, traced back to the election in Wisconsin.
Yeah, which really sucks because those were people out there, because of nasty people, doing the right thing, voting, and also, completely upsetting the plans to rig that election. And the reward is Democratic judges, but also, COVID-19, yeah.
It's a steep price to pay.
It is.
But
it is.
Personally, at this point, I will crawl across broken glass to vote in November. I assure you.
Yeah, I will. I will roll in my plastic ball. That'll be like the clear plastic
whatever
thing.
It takes.
Just roll
right.
it towards the polling place and see if I can. Whatever it takes. Yeah. Absolutely. Broken glass. I don't care.
Sometimes you just lose your faith in humanity.
Yeah, and in Hannity.
Now
Not
see
that I ever had any, but yes, okay.
That has an element of humor to it. Shocking that if you listen to Hannity, study says, I was reading it this morning,
Yes.
you twice as likely to contract COVID than people listening to Tucker.
Yeah, that's weird. We should make that story go viral.
It won't be us, but it should be.
Someone will.
It should definitely be out there. I'm talking.
Goodness. Well,
to myself, talking to myself.
We've managed to escape the little cul-de-sac of COVID humor on the podcast very cleverly.
Yeah, veered right off that shit.
By getting into an alternate timeline. And
actually, when in doubt, create a new world.
Indeed. And in fact, in our outtakes, which are rather epic, which we'll leave for the end of this bonus episode, we listen to hear your explanation of why that is. So,
what did I say?
You'll find out.
About what?
You address the cast as far as, why are we in this alternate timeline and how did it happen?
Oh, yes.
You told a little bedtime story.
A little pep talk.
Yes, right, yeah.
Or something.
So that's
I don't remember a word of it. This is the problem with being an improv kind of chick.
Yeah, it's there and
that
it's
happens to me
gone.
a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Whoosh.
They say to me, talent Can you do that again? I go, what was it?
I don't know. Can I?
Probably, but you're going to have to tell me what it was because I wasn't paying attention.
Exactly the same. No.
Yeah. Sorry, you're going to have to play that playback. Playback. I have blue jays in my yard right now, and I saw an indigo bunting, just glorious.
Indigo bunting.
That's right, bird nerd.
Oh, yeah.
And a bright yellow bird. I don't know which kind, but tiny. Shot himself under the porch ceiling and buzzed my face.
Okay.
So
he wasn't handling firearms when he shot himself.
I don't believe so. He went by really quickly.
Okay, I see. Okay. Yeah, we've got a bird feeder, actually, kind of two things. Well, one of those little bells made of seed, that you get as a bonus when you refill the bird seed at the bird feed store. And so, we get lots of, cardinals and blue jays and...
I like blue jays a lot.
Yeah.
I know that the rest of you are really bored, but I like them a lot. They have a horrible, harsh cry, and they're electric blue in places. Oh, shit, my phone was in here. That's not very professional. But
I've been meaning to talk to you about that. I know.
So unprofessional.
We get a big-ass woodpecker, too, that makes the whole feeder kind of lean in one direction.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a feeder.
There's a lot of that in the
back
outtakes, too.
There's a feeder out back. It was intended to be for cats, the cat food, but it has become a wildlife preserve.
Okay. So
cats, the dogs occasionally. Thunder doesn't have. I don't have anything thunderproof.
Right.
The birds, the opossums, squirrels.
Any coyotes on the island?
Pet snails.
No.
Yes, we do.
Yep.
We do have coyotes, but they're not in my yard.
Okay.
But we do have them. And we have one feral pig left, which wasn't even ours.
Really?
We don't have feral pigs on the island, but suddenly, a couple months ago, there were 2 of them.
Oh.
And no one knew quite how they got here.
Were they of different genders or?
I don't know. They were hanging together. One was captured. The other is still at large. We believe they swam from Bolivar Peninsula.
Yeah, that's sort of like one of the signs of the apocalypse, I think.
Apparated. I don't really know. They could have done either. Yes, swimming pigs.
Well, we've already got, like the locust attack in Africa, which is apparently, they said, this was the biggest one in 20 years or in however many years. And then it went away and then it came back like 20 times bigger than that. It was crazy. Krakatoa is erupting. Trump is still president.
Oh, that's very exciting.
It's
bad, but it's very exciting. I like volcanoes a lot.
Yeah, well,
and I can recommend the finest book on the work of Krakatoa is the book called Krakatoa by Simon Winchester, the eminent British historian. This is very, very, very witty.
We're observing
the
whatever. Yes, that's good.
I'm sorry. Did you want to ask me for some Krakatoa fun facts? Because I have read the book several times.
So how loud was the eruption, Lisa?
The sound waves circled the globe 7.5 times.
No shit.
No shit.
I bet they got some big clipping when they tried to record it.
The reason Van Gogh's Starry Nights were so mystical is because the ash stayed in the air for several years. That's when Munch painted The Scream. That's when...
Yeah.
Oh, it's very exciting.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, having grown up in part of the time in Central America, I saw lots of volcanoes in various stages of activity, from luckily dormant and nearby to, red, glowing stuff at night and so on. And a few years ago when we went to Hawaii, the only time I've been to Hawaii, we did take the helicopter ride on the Big Island over the live volcano and, with the windows off so you could feel the heat. And it was great fun. I enjoyed that a lot.
Oh, I would love to.
Yeah.
I'd find all of that, plate tectonics and volcanoes and earthquakes and things, that's fascinating to me.
Yeah.
I have a whole shelf of that kind of thing. Karen calls it my Schadenfreude shelf because it's natural disasters.
Yeah.
And unnatural disasters. But
Well,
I don't know why I like to. I'm going to, in fact, go find some and read some. That's what I need is some Schadenfreude.
There you go. There you go. Well, we're holding out for the Yellowstone supervolcano to do its thing, I think.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Kaboom.
That'll be. I think that's 2020 is that's all it's missing. I think we've got plague, we've got locusts, we've got big volcanoes, and we've got Trump. And so I mean, it's like
this is, by the way, it is technically. I must interject.
Yeah.
It is not Krakatoa that is exploding. It is Anak Krakatoa, which is the son of Krakatoa, because when Krakatoa exploded, it vaporized.
It kind of like the island just sort of went away, didn't it? Or sank into the sea or that kind of thing?
Blew to smithereens.
I remember an episode of The Time Tunnel when I was a kid. I don't know if you remember. That was a sci-fi show by the people who did, like Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea and Lost in Space, Irwin Allen, the master of disaster. And the first episode, these two guys get accidentally thrown back in time at kind of random stuff, and they try to bring them back. And every time they try, they put them somewhere else. So the first stop is the Titanic, of course.
Oh, dear.
And then the second stop is Krakatoa, right before the big bang. So, yeah, they just, bad luck on those time journeys.
Yeah, I would seek a better time travel agent, really.
Exactly.
I would definitely have words.
Get some trip insurance for sure.
Well, I mean, it's fun to think about traveling, even if it's just in our imagination, since we're not going anywhere.
I know. Yes, our music director, Chris, and I were going to go to England, and that's, to see the Bonzo Dog Band finale, and it not happening in May.
I didn't have any plans.
But it is going to happen
because
in December.
I don't care for peopling.
Peopling.
So I had no plans to travel, but now I am desperate to to go somewhere where there are no people because I have been peopling.
Well, that's pretty much everywhere right now, I think. It's like at least no outdoor people.
I know.
Boy, you can.
Well,
no line for the Mona Lisa. Yes.
No, it's been quiet here because the helicopter tours are not flying, and then there's usually, often in the summer, an airplane with a banner flying around, and our house, which will be worth a whole lot of money someday, being only 2 blocks behind the entertainment venue on the beach.
So you get
if we survive the apocalypse, I got a good one.
You get front row tickets, whether you like it or not. Huh?
Yeah, but it's been very quiet here, although I noticed a military helicopter fly over yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Right, and I, like many Gen X, immediately had flashbacks to Red Dawn and started looking for Cubans.
There you go. I think their guard is down now.
Wolverines!
Okay, what happened? Let's get some. Yeah.
I love that movie. The second one was
baseball
awful.
Leagues. Sorry, what?
The remake of that should not have been allowed.
I've heard it was quite forgettable.
The first is perfection.
Well, it's got Patrick Swayze, right?
Patrick Swayze at his most earnest and tough guy.
Yeah. And
it's a good movie.
It's got Superfly in it too, right? Ryan O'Neal, I think, the guy who played Superfly.
It was almost all of the Brat Pack.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Except not the St. Elmo's Fire Brat Pack, but the.
Okay.
Although there's a sheen.
There's a sheen.
Charlie, I think. Yeah.
Sheen of excitement. Good.
No, not Charlie. Emilio Estevez.
Oh, the other one. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The pseudo sheen.
Right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember. I'm going to watch that movie.
Okay. And what else have you got to do?
I know.
Yeah.
Well, it just seems like there's always something. I did read an article in readers, listeners, fans.
Yes.
Moms, dads, whatever, that by a psychiatrist today. In fact, I will tag BS de Resistance in a tweet, and you can share it with people.
Yes.
Because he manages the social media. I'm the social butterfly who doesn't like to people. He's the one who does that kind of work.
Yeah.
But
if it's a BS tweet, it's usually me. Yeah.
Yeah. The reason we feel like we feel, all scattered and confused and tired and stressed out and all of that, is because of our bodies, not necessarily our brains.
Okay.
Because we're in constant fight or flight mode. And that does things to your brain, your thought processes. It shuts down parts of your prefrontal lobe there so you can concentrate on fighting or flighting.
That makes sense.
And it makes you absent-minded, distracted, etc., etc.
Yeah.
I've noticed on my Fitbit that my resting pulse rate has increased noticeably since February. Not kidding. It was like 73 to 75 all the time, and now it's 77 to 79.
That's a little scary because, for all of us who hopefully we're among that group that does not get COVID, it's still going to have a health impact. I mean...
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's...
And I'm handling this pretty well. I'm used to... I didn't have to adjust to work from home at all.
No, obviously not.
And Jay has been self-employed forever as well, so I'm used to him in and out. And he's had to adjust a bunch. But, yeah, I feel I am insaner than normal. And it's probably a lot of it just the general ongoing stress.
Yeah. Yeah, and same here.
But don't feel like you're stupid or unorganized or anything like that, because you're not.
No, it's funny. I actually had a tele appointment with my therapist who says she, in the before times, in person patients, it was like she could do like 8 or 9 sessions a day easy. And now it's like 4 or 5 and she's done. She's a waste case. She cannot. Yeah, it's.
Maybe we'll find out that we don't have to work as hard as we adjust to this.
There's going to be a lot of revelations, I think. Yes.
Yeah.
Non-biblical type.
I should check into that. Finally got the union insurance sorted.
Hooray.
And they're doing telehealth, mental health too, which is awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I donated an extra bit of money to the Screen Actors Guild and the American Federation of TV and Radio Actors this morning when I paid my dues.
Excellent.
I'm a good union member.
Wonderful.
Blink.
That's wonderful.
Join the union if you can. Blink.
Yeah, it's a good thing.
Because they're not going to let you get health care anywhere else for a long time until we get rid of Trump. Blink.
Yeah. If ever there was a time that highlighted the issue of, health insurance should not be tied to your job because you lose one, you lose both, and you're really screwed.
And everybody's screwed because nobody's paying the hospitals.
No.
The people are walking out if they walk out with a $35,000 bill and no idea of how that's going to get paid.
Yeah.
There have been promises, but ha. Did you get a stimulus check? I haven't gotten anything.
Nope, not a penny.
I don't expect to, but I thought we might. But because we filed personal income tax too. But I've not seen, nothing. Yeah. And when I checked, they're like, no information on you. So, nothing. That's the assistance and aid is uneven and it's bullshit. They're not keeping good track.
No.
And the South, what the fuck?
Yeah. Georgia, it's been nice knowing you, but Jesus, you've got an idiot in the governor's chair there. And I feel, and it's...
This is what happens when you let the crazy people in.
Yeah.
When you cannot have them in the tent peeing out, it is not safe.
No.
You need to just battle these jackasses and never let them near your tent.
That's right. And it's a good reminder that there's more to elections than president, Senate, whatever. Get your...
Than a pithy remark and a fun ad.
Yeah.
I like the skills. I like bureaucrats because bureaucrats know how to do their jobs.
They do.
They've been doing them, and there's a way that things are done, and you got to work from inside if you want to make change, and I get that.
Yeah.
But by and large, they really, truly...
Yeah.
People go to school because they want to be city planners.
Right.
Can you believe it?
Yeah, and deal with foreign aid packages and et cetera. Yeah.
And
and you have folks like in Florida where, thanks to the previous governor, who's now the senator, Rick Scott, had
Voldemort.
Bat Boy. He had...
No, because I like Bat Boy a lot.
Sort of, maybe Bat Boy's evil twin or something. But he...
Fair.
They put enough monkey wrenches in the state unemployment process and website and whatever that it's practically impossible to get unemployment benefits. And they thought they were being very clever. And now Floridians are
we're getting close to eat the rich time.
Yeah.
And this is not cool.
Yeah.
You know?
It is.
Not cool.
It's funny. It reminds me, like a couple of years ago when we interviewed Linda Tirado, and then I met up with her in Chicago when I was there that summer. And she has, I think, always had the opinion that this kind of stuff was about to happen. It was just a matter of time. Mm-hmm. You know, she knew how to prep and all that stuff, but that most people, suburban, go to Whole Foods and whatnot, people like me, had no clue how they were going to deal with things like, disruptions in the food chain or whatever.
That's a hard lesson to learn late in life. We're fortunate in that we have a lot of disaster experience ourselves.
Yeah.
So we've been... I always shop like the Navy. When the replacement gets opened up, I am out the fucking door. If I get to the replacement, it's time to replace the replacement before it gets opened.
Okay. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So it just didn't take much for us to prep up. We put more into it, watching the situation unfold.
Yeah.
But, I got a victory garden. That's right, bitches. I got squash.
She's got a green thumb.
I know. My husband had planted some new seeds recently, and 2 pots have sprouted, and my husband said, "Oh, what are those?" And I said, "Broccoli and Brussels sprouts."
Yay.
And he went, "That's what he said." Yay.
Yeah, broccoli and Brussels sprouts. You couldn't do
Those won't even be, that's a fall.
Okay.
They take time.
Okay.
So, I don't know. See, gardening, it's our gardening show now. I'm sorry, prefrontal cortex, frontal lobe part of my brain is not firing on all cylinders.
And, yes, plant your victory garden, save all that scrap metal for, building tanks or whatever we need.
Wolverines!
Wolverines. And whatever else. Loose lips sink ships. Yeah.
Here's some outtakes. Laugh at those.
Yes.
Y'all have a great one.
Yeah. We're going to have fun, and you guys have fun because these are epic, epic outtakes.
I have not heard them yet, and I trust Dale's judgment. I'm a little bit afeared.
Yep. It is a, put on your seatbelts. It's going to be a bumpy but hopefully hilarious ride.
Bumpy ride. All right.
And we will catch you with our next scripted episode on May the 5th. And
in whatever timeline we so desire.
Yeah, that's right. Okay. Be safe, guys. Wash your hands, etc. And
don't touch your face.
Don't touch your face. We will see you soon.
Don't touch anybody's face.
Yeah. Nobody's face. All right.
Faces, no.
And now, as promised, here are the outtakes from our Season 3 opener, The Putz Against America.
Rebecca, there's a little goodie coming for you in the mail.
Are you sending a cat in the mail, Sharon?
Yeah, the little shit.
Okay. You did poke some air holes in there, right?
I have little shits all over my patio because I have 6 chickens. Oh.
Does anybody care how this is happening, or do you want like a backstory? Would you just want to...
Go ahead.
Go for it.
Give us it.
Okay.
Tell us the story, Lisa.
Well, see... Once upon a time, there was an orange shit gibbon in the White House. And we women knew. Women all knew.
Mommy, make it go away.
Yes, it's really just
Was he a funky
awful.
shit gibbon?
And we found, Dale and I, in attempting to write funny stuff, that the shit gibbon gave us plenty of material. But then the bodies started to stack up with the virus. And
Oh, dear.
Stacked bodies,
Oh, no.
not funny. So we had to try and find a way to give us this outlet for our emotions, and also still be funny and not get us picked up by Secret Service. So what we decided was that we would just make it into what we wanted it to be.
Yeah, there, Charlie Rose.
More than anything. More than life.
More than anything.
More than anything.
Karen is always
Yeah, very
getting the
good.
Broadway on.
Very good.
Yay.
Good. Oh. Bong. And I love that it's kind of almost like a Miss Piggy karate energy, you know. Hi-ya. Hi-ya. Ow. Ooh. Hey. Ow. Ow. It's getting harder and harder to...
That's what he said.
Damn right.
Actually, that's what I said too. So hard.
Ow. Ow. Hey.
I lost my place. I was so
It's
worried
okay.
about being hard.
Talking
Make it
about
hard
a lady
for you.
Not the
fairy
first. It's a
boner?
very
Is
common
that her
problem.
Fairy later boner?
Yes, that's right.
It happens.
It's a magic wand,
It happens
George.
to everyone.
Yeah, it is a magic one.
So high up and tight.
Right, a little,
So Rebecca...
like a little invocation, right? This is like a little invocation.
Exactly. So Chris will get to you on that, and then we can do that. So it's happening. And including the little Sally Field. But you like me. You really like me. Okay. And then we are in the White House with President Clinton.
Somewhere in your discussion, work in that he has a cute little tushy. Because we flipped the fucking table.
Oh, sweetheart.
Chip.
Don't you
Yes.
worry your little head,
Yeah,
sweetheart.
Chris is getting typecast as
We're
vice
in
presidents
charge.
here, but I think you can handle it.
Well, you know, that corrupt human tornado. It's almost been 4 years, for God's sake. Sorry you're having to deal with it, you poor Slavian woman. Listen.
Oh, that is what
I mean
Xanax
this
is
from the
for.
bottom of Came from
I'm
you.
sorry. Can we get more of a
I'll have
laugh
Bill.
on that one? The leak joke there. Okay, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
So no,
Dale made a pee-pee joke.
I made a pee joke, and I want to.
happy to leak
golden present, I tell you. Listen, I think I've got a pretty good head on what the people want.
Might
bead,
even be a
good.
bead.
A bead, yeah, a pretty good bead. Sorry, not head.
On the people want, Dale, or you don't know?
I think I've got a pretty good bead on a
Bead.
bead, not head. You said
Oh,
head.
bead. Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. Sorry.
There's good head and there's good bead. The two are never.
Hillary gets good beat.
It is in there specifically because of that reaction, Rebecca.
Good bead head.
Yes,
Okay.
right. Okay. All right.
I can't wait to see the look on Clarence Thomas's pubic-haired face. You know, he may just shit himself. I can't wait to see the look on Clarence Thomas's face.
Oh my
You
God,
know,
that would be so
he
awesome.
may just shit himself.
Right?
Oh boy.
And that Rebecca's school kid, you.
Oh, I know. Am I 2 or 1? I forget.
You're one.
You're
and,
one.
And
Oh, sorry.
I think Lori's two.
Okay, I'll pick that up. Here we go. Mr. Veep, sir.
The narrator said to the audiobook, I read you loud and clear. Fuck me. Hey!
Okay. Okay.
Here we go.
Try again.
Well, I know. Well, the nation would like to listen.
What?
Listen. The nation would thank you. I'm in
Yes.
the wrong place.
You're in the wrong place. You
I
are.
mean, I was
That's
going
all
to go
right.
with
Okay.
you, but I had
All
no
right.
idea where you were going.
Where in the
Yeah,
hell did
okay.
I go?
Us to the cafeteria for
And
snacks.
Let's all
probably.
go to the
All right.
fucking
Page
lobby.
67.
Microdosing is very
right.
underrated.
Very good.
I don't have a clue.
We all got to get through it how we can.
All right, here we go. Okay. Yeah,
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby.
And snort ourselves.
All right.
For
Do we have
juju
George
beads
yet?
and free condoms, kids. Okay.
Do we have George?
Let's just go in the room and touch other people without fear of repercussion.
That would be
That's
very
fantasy,
weird.
isn't it?
I am not going there.
Okay, so we do
I
not
don't want to be anywhere near that room.
mail Yevgeny.
Same?
He has not discovered himself yet.
Oh, that's right.
What was that? Oh, okay.
Sounds like she's just doing a check.
Just checking on
welfare check.
Checking on Jake.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Making sure he's not bleeding.
She left him like hanging on the swinging fan.
It's okay.
No. I left him watching videos of some sort of. I don't know how to explain them.
No.
No, they're like watching somebody play Minecraft or something.
That's a thing. Yes.
Oh, he's waiting. Oh, good Lord. It's that stupid thing.
Let him in, let him in,
in the waiting room.
Open the Zoom.
I'm so sorry.
Let him in.
Maybe he's in the room with George. Plug it in, plug it in.
Yeah, George isn't waiting, is he?
Uncle Dustin.
I'm sorry.
George the
I
Third.
forgot the new Zoom thing.
There's George too. Yay!
And George.
Oh, good.
The Nazis are right
Guys, wait
amongst
for the
us.
velvet rope.
In
Oh
the
my
green
gosh.
room.
Okay.
Ripening.
So
Zoom Nazi. No meeting for you. 1 year.
now I've got nothing.
So deal, man. Don't let it bother you.
She's stuck in a Flemish village.
Pit of despair.
Rotterdam.
I didn't know you were Flemish.
Amsterdam.
I didn't know that was in there. Now I okay.
Look Flemish.
It's not gonna.
It's awesome.
Okay. Oh, now we get to the fun part.
Part 2.
There's Walla to be done.
Yes.
Back up.
The sudden
Hellish lobby music.
Yes, right. Smooth jazz. That's what they play for sure.
Smooth jazz.
It's on the album, dude.
That is hell.
Boney James and Kenny G.
Okay. Yes, that's
Pan
right.
flute.
Yes. There we go.
Zamfir. There you go.
There's a spot running on TuneIn right now where I listen to the CNN. It's like, jazz is difficult, but not when you have the smooth sounds of Kenny G.
Don't make me sick.
Fuck me.
Lisa, don't
Tell
make me
your
sick.
Alexa to play the smooth jazz station, and I keep telling her, Alexa, under no circumstances.
That's right.
will you
I'm
play
pain of
Alexa,
death.
play Albert
Usually
Eiler.
tell her to just suck it.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Alexa, if you do, I am going to do something bad to your circuits.
Okay.
Why does his
You're busy,
ability?
sir. I can pencil you in for. Let's see here. Well, no, that won't work. I've got a dental appointment that day. Can't be too careful with your fangs, can you, sir? How about 12:47 p.m. Tuesday?
No good, he's got a mahjong. What about 3027? That seems to be available right now, but you know, Beelzebub's very busy. I can see that you are very busy.
With price of oil tumbling, they have reason to be grumbling.
Da, Sophia
made
is
poem.
correct. Sophia is correct.
I am poet as well.
That's right. You're a poet, but you didn't know it.
Oh, you made poem.
Adam. See?
Okay.
I wrote shortest poem.
Adam had. Right, there we go.
Oi.
Did you have something you wanted to say, Yevgeny?
Da, Sophia is correct.
Okay. Of course.
Sophia's phone is also ringing. Somebody's phone.
No, that is my phone. Don't worry about it.
It's not my phone.
He's wrong number.
I would
Moscow
never
switchboard
bring
is the
phone in
worst.
with dear
In
Luda.
Moscow, every number wrong number. I do not want to be girl. Okay.
Every line is party line. Yes.
Ah. Here, all stuck on Yevgeny Ivanovich.
Very good.
Here I go.
All right, here we
Here
go.
I go. Here I go.
Really?
People are missing the Tweetsky. And now only porn sites still working are from what is fuck is this?
Novosibirsk. Novosibirsk.
Novosibirsk. It is called cold reading, and is all cold reading in Siberia.
Very,
I'm
very
sorry.
good.
I'm so sorry.
And they give me a
now-
good shudder. It's like,
Oh, Novosibirsk. Okay, I get it now. 12 times the charm. Okay.
there's a lot of shudders in this episode.
This time with talent.
Yeah, really.
You are just second-rate producer of third-rate reality TV mini R's in that sentence.
Yes, they are.
So you're
I
doing
can
again.
roll maybe every other one. I don't know.
So,
I am broken today.
I did not quite catch that, Sophia.
Right, this shit. I would not have given myself 3 rolling R's.
Make it...
We will soon be restoring.
See?
In the
No.
Russian.
See?
That's not allowed unless you're in hell.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right.
That's my girl, y'all. You see that? Yeah.
Going down on job today.
All right.
She down to clown, you know what I'm saying?
I
Right,
got
back to
one
29.
fucking line, cannot say.
Okay,
Here we
yes,
go.
here.
I'm here about the nanny position.
Jake?
May I come?
She drinks
Thank
the
you.
scotch.
Sure.
Fido.
That's
Make it a
kind of
scotch.
strange.
We've
Our
got
kid
work
can
to do.
fly, and Ginsburg's drinking scotch. I don't get it. Yeah.
Honey, is your Monday getting kind of weird?
Where am I? What happened?
Oh, welcome.
Secretary?
Wait,
Nancy.
sorry. I was filing my nails and taking a little break. Welcome to hell, sweetheart.
Can you
The boss
tell me
is
where I
expecting
am?
you. Welcome to hell, darling.
Okay. You know, it's funny. When I wrote that first line about, like harder and harder, that's what she said. I didn't realize that this was something you were well known for, Miss Rebecca.
Whatever do you mean? I'll never turn up a that's what she said joke.
Yeah, exactly. But that was pure coincidence.
There's always room for a dick joke.
Always.
Doesn't matter
Sometimes
how
more
early
room
in
than
the
others.
morning it is.
No,
Yes.
that's why I love her so much.
Yeah.
My girl's always down for a dick joke. You know what I'm saying?
Always. Always.
Oh, that's what he said.
Down to clown.
Always
D-
down for a big joke.
DTDJ.
Are we going to do any more? Can we let everybody who
I think we can.